In this video, I will show you my most favorite CLI tool for TypeScript development, and we will also sponsor it on GitHub. Let's get started. Now, thanks to each and every one of you, I recently was added to the YouTube Partner Program. So what this means is that I now have the possibility to earn money by running ads on my videos. Now, currently, I've disabled all the ads on my videos because I first need to figure out a non-intrusive way of running these ads so that you can still enjoy watching my videos without getting interrupted. But for this video, I will make an exception because I will donate all the ad revenue from this video directly to the author of this library. But the problem with this is that it maybe takes some time until we've reached the threshold so that we can cash out the money from the ad revenue. But because I don't want to wait that long, I will also do a sponsorship using my own money today. So let me now show you what CLI I'm talking about. So the library I'd like to show you is called TSX. And TSX is not the TypeScript equivalent to JSX, but this library is called TSX because it's the short term for TypeScript execute. Now, if you've watched the video about the VS Code extension I did to execute your TypeScript code right inside your VS Code, you can find it in the info box and in the description below. You maybe already stumbled upon this TSX CLI because I make heavy use of this CLI in this plugin. But I also use it heavily on a daily basis to run my TypeScript code really easy without having to compile it first. Now let me show you how you can use this. And this library makes it really easy because it has a getting started guide here, which we can click on. And we can see here it even has its own web page where we can see here the getting started. It has an introduction, the usage. It also shows you how you can integrate it with TypeScript, compilation, shell scripts. So the author of this library really did an awesome job by also writing some documentation. Now, with the quick start, we can clearly see what we can do. We can just execute TSX like you would do with Node, but it's a drop-in replacement for Node. So instead of running a JavaScript file with Node.js, you can just run any TypeScript file using TSX. So you can either install it by using npm install, but of course you can also run it with npx, TSX, and then the path to your script. And the cool part is you can use any kind of imports in your TypeScript file, and TSX will then figure out how to execute the TypeScript file so that you don't have to worry about anything, but you can just execute your TypeScript code. Now, when we click here on About TSX and we scroll down, we also can see here who uses TSX. And this is quite impressive. We can see here there are over 14 million downloads on NPM each month. And we can see here how many companies are using TSX. So Google is using it, Microsoft, AWS, and many more. So I really love that many different large companies also have figured out that this CLI tool is really awesome. So I would really suggest that you give it a try if you'd like to execute TypeScript really easy. And the cool part is that, as mentioned, it's basically an alias for Node. So everything you can do with Node, you also can do with TSX, but with much better TypeScript support. So you don't have to use like the experimental flag for Node so that you can run your TypeScript files. And it's also, in my opinion, much better than TS Node. So if you're working with TypeScript and you need to run it from the command line, please give this a try because it will make your life much easier. But let's stop the advertising of this CLI and let's go back to the GitHub page and sponsor it. So we will go back to it. And as we can see here, it's also really impressive that not only there are 14 million downloads each month, but it's used by almost 160,000 people on GitHub. Now, when we scroll up here, we can even see that over 9,000 people already have started this repository. Now, what we can do here, we can see we have this sponsor button here. So let's click on this. And now we are on the sponsor page of Hiroki. I hope I did the right pronunciation. Now we can see here that he has a goal of $1,000 per month. And he has already 31% towards it. But what we also can see is that only 44 people are sponsoring him. And when we scroll down, we can see here the different tiers we can use to sponsor. And the lowest tier is $1. So we have seen prior that over 9,000 people have started this repository. So if only 10% of these people would donate only $1 each month, then he would already have reached his goal. Now, of course, I don't want to shame anyone because I myself have never donated or sponsored any GitHub repository before today, but we always have to think about what kind of services we pay on a monthly basis. We often don't use that much or at all, but we still pay for Netflix, Amazon Prime, and much more, but maybe some libraries are also worth your money. As already mentioned, I of course will donate all the ad revenue from this video, but what I also have done prior to this video is that I also added a sponsorship using my Typed Rocks organization. So we can switch here to Typed Rocks. So as you can see, I'm currently a silver sponsor with $25 a month, and I will continue supporting this for at least 1 year. So because of that, I will donate in this 1 year $300 to Hiroki to do just a little part so that you can continue working on this awesome project. So thank you for watching the video. I know this was not as technical as the other ones you can find on my channel, but please let me know in the comments if you're also supporting any open source project. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date for the newest TypeScript stuff, because next week we will do some crazy stuff because we will create a tic-tac-toe game in only TypeScript types. See you then. Bye.